Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Much respect to the brothers that are out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom for this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David, and the Akim and Akwaf that might be listening to this lesson on today. This is your brother Abad Yabah coming through with a quick hit through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And the title of my lesson is Correction is Necessary. Now, correction is defined as the act of bringing back from error or deviation to a just standard as to truth. Now, when it comes to being corrected in this truth, we all need it because iron sharpens iron. Each brother has his own particular purpose in this truth, and we can all learn from one another, and we don't all know everything. So when we need correction, there's going to be a brother, whether it be an elder or just a brother that's more versed in those particular scriptures or that particular topic. Correction, you just be thankful and you be grateful, and you know that when you are corrected, you're gaining more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth, and we all need it. It is to help us all grow. It's to help us all get better, and that's what we should be desiring as men, to get better and to do great things in this truth, because we're serving our Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and we are doing this unto Him, not ourselves. So it's not about us. So we shouldn't be to the point to where we're arrogant. We should always be humble, and we should always be looking to get better in areas of our purpose and on this journey, to where correction is necessary. Like I said, we've all learned in different stages. We all have different purposes, and we've all come in at different times. So there may be something that I think I know, but if it's something that another brother tells me by showing me the scriptures that I may have made a misstep, or I might have done it, broke it down the improper way, that's only going to help me. And I need to be able to know in my spirit that it's only going to help me to preach the word and give the word to those that are listening in a corrected manner. It says, to a just standard. And that's what we should all live by, that just standard. And we don't want to lead no one astray. We don't want to have the blood on our hands if someone is doing something wrong. So therefore, if we do speak out of turn, if we're truly thinking that we have the right understanding and it's not, and someone correct us, then we accept that and we correct the video, or we correct something we may have told someone, maybe on the highways and byways. But the thing about it is that we learn from it and we gain from it, and that it's not a slight to us just because we didn't do it the way we thought it should have been done. Like I said, that's what's considered growth, maturity, and having that humility in the truth. Yahweh Shem Yahshua didn't use anyone that was arrogant. He didn't use anyone that thought more of themselves than this truth, than this word itself, and to be obedient unto Him. So we have to understand that as we go about doing this reasonable service unto Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we should not push away someone that is trying to help us through correction. So without further ado, I'm going to give you about 4 scriptures as far as correction is concerned, and then I pray that it's edifying. My first scripture is coming from Proverbs, and all of these is coming from Proverbs, and it says, and it's Proverbs 8:33, and it says, hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. So we should understand that by hearing the instruction, it's going to help us to gain the wisdom that we need and the knowledge that we need in order for us to go forth and have the understanding. We should never refuse it or ignore it if it's coming from someone that is trying to help us. And always the brothers are out here trying to help, through making their own videos or listening and watching, each other's videos and just helping out because we want to get the true word out. We want it to be 144,000% true. We don't want it to be to where it's just someone just going about their own understanding and giving it to the masses to where they could be confused because Yahweh Shem Yahushua doesn't deal with confusion. And we shouldn't either. If we're truly sincere in this, we should want to give our best and the best product from ourselves to those that are sincere and that are watching and that are trying to learn this truth themselves. And that brings me to Proverbs 9:7-9. And it reads, it says, he that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. He that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So that just lets us know those that are truly apt to learn, those that are really desiring this truth, then that's who you correct and you help in this truth. Those that are scoffing and mocking and those that are wicked, you can't help them because they don't desire this truth. They're coming about just to prove you wrong or just to doubt what you do or just to try to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. And sometimes it could be a physical thing to where they try to disrupt what you are doing as far as the work for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So we don't spend time or waste time trying to correct someone that is not truly sincere or desiring this truth itself. You only correct those that are wanting and that are desiring to get that true word, and then they'll become wiser. And then those that are already doing this work, if you correct them and help them, then they will only get more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through it. So once again, we don't waste time trying to make someone believe something that they don't. We don't waste time trying to correct someone that really doesn't have a desire to really gain anything from the correction. You only use your time wisely correcting and helping those that have a desire to learn or those that are already doing the work that need some assistance. And once again, correction is necessary because it's going to help those that are already doing to do more and those that are learning to get to the point to where they can teach themselves. And when I say teach themselves, meaning to go out in the highways and byways and do lessons themselves to teach others, to where the truth continues to grow and it continues to produce more fruit, because that's what you should want. You should want brothers to be built up, through the word and to continue to preach the word across the four corners of the earth. That's what we should want to do, and that's what we should sincerely do each and every day. Want more of this truth to be spread across the four corners of the earth because we are ready to be up out of this place. We know that it's gotten worse day by day, and as these days are going faster and faster, as far as the time goes, the days are going by faster and faster each day. We know that we're soon to be up out of here, and we want this truth, the true, unadulterated truth, to come forth and not watered down or to be corrupted in any type of way. So that's why correction is necessary. Salakia. Proverbs 12:1 says, whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. So, and this is straight to the point. I'm going to read it in the NLT. And it says, to learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction. And like I said, it's straight up and down, black and white. It says if you really want to learn, you must love the discipline of learning, studying, uh, accepting someone to be, you know, a help to you to help you learn. A brother that's been in it, that's been learning, and truly studied in it, can help you out and be a mentor unto you. Or you can study more and watch videos and once again get built up that way. But either way, you should want to learn and you should love it, the discipline of learning, because if you don't want no one to correct you, and I'm only laughing because it's true. Anyone that doesn't want to be corrected is stupid. It says in the scripture, and that's just the straight up and down black and white version of it. You can't not want to be corrected. You can't think that you're so much or you're so big to where you can't be corrected. Everyone has made mistakes to where they needed to be corrected. So what more are you to not want to be corrected in this? And like I said, we're in this to where we give you the best version, the correct version, the truth itself, 144% truth, and not something that we just got off the top of our head. It's through scripture. It's not through us speaking it just out of our mouth, out of our understanding. And that's why we know that correction is necessary. Proverbs 15:32 readeth, he that refuses instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. So you rejecting something that someone's trying to give you to help you, what is that? What is that that's in you that's wanting to deny to have the true version of something and only wanting to accept your version? What is that inside of you that's bringing forth that arrogance, that think that you know everything, that's only going to harm you and your delivery and your product that you're giving forth, the whole aspect of what you're trying to do is tainted, is corrupt, because you don't want to be corrected. But if you're listening, you're gonna gain from that correction. You're gonna gain from someone helping you out. You're gonna gain from having the correct version of anything that you're speaking on, because that's gonna help your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it's gonna help those that you're speaking unto and that you're preaching unto and that you're teaching, because they're gonna be able to receive from you because you're confident in it, and it's not gonna be wavering in your delivery. It's not going to be wavering in your mindset because you're not really believing what you say yourself. So how can you expect someone to believe you if you don't believe it yourself? But if you're just coming off the dome with something, it's going to show. And those that are listening to you are going to be turned off from that. So you should always accept correction. Know that it's necessary and know that we all need it, period. That's period, point blank, and to the point. We all need it because it's going to help us in the long run, and it just shows the humility of us as well. Because if you can be corrected, then that means that you're able to get something from someone else. That means that you can not think so much of yourself, that you know that what you have done, it could have some mistakes in it. None of us are perfect. But it's not even about that. It's just about being humble enough to receive from someone else. It's about wanting more of yourself and your craft, to want to get better and to grow and to mature in it, to where the best version of you comes forth each and every time. You know, it's not about us. It's never been about us. This word is going forth so the elect can be brought forth and hear this word. It's not about us being so arrogant to say, "Oh, I done this and oh, I done that and I'm this and I'm that." It's not about us. It's about bringing forth the word the correct way. And if we're not to the point where we have the full blown 144% version of it, that someone comes about and helps us, and we accept that and just get better with time. So with that being said, that is the conclusion of my lesson. As always, I hope that it was edifying. And with that, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Until my next lesson, Shalom.